They came with checks and conviction. Two of England's biggest clubs reportedly put nearly €80 million on the table for Fermin Lopez. And for a moment, the room at Camp Nou looked like it might have a new, practical solution to a knotty financial problem. The offers weren't small talk. They were formal proposals that would have eased registration headaches and given the board a quick injection of cash. But money is not the only language at Barcelona. And when Hansi Flick stepped into the conversation, he spoke in a different tongue, of structure, of plans, and of a very particular player he believes can make the difference on the pitch. Reports say the offers came from Manchester United and Chelsea, and were close to €80 million. Inside the club, the sums triggered heated debate. Think about the pressure here. A club scrambling to square books, with a salary cap breathing down its neck, must choose between immediate relief and long-term architecture. Sell a promising midfielder for elite money and you patch the ledger. Keep him and you keep a piece of a tactical puzzle Flick clearly values. Sources indicate there were voices willing to cash in, precisely because the arithmetic was so tempting. But Flick apparently vetoed the move, insisting Lopez is integral to his project, even if that means fewer signings in the short term. That intervention proved decisive, according to multiple reports. From the player's angle, this story has texture too. Fermin is young, hungry, and seen by many as one of Spain's brighter midfield talents, the kind of player who can tilt games and grow into a core. Earlier in the summer, other suitors, including clubs from the Saudi market, reportedly showed interest. But accounts say Fermin himself had little appetite to leave Barcelona. That personal resistance changes the calculus. You can sell a player who wants out. Selling a player who wants to stay risks a morale cost you don't fix with cash alone. So what was actually at stake when Flick drew that line? At the pragmatic level, rejecting the bids left Barcelona juggling registration limits and salary cap constraints, potentially delaying planned reinforcements. At the strategic level, it broadcasts a philosophy. This team will not be haggled into selling its emerging core simply to fix short-term numbers. For the manager, keeping Fermin is a bet that the player's minutes and development matter more than a single transfer window's balance sheet. For directors who wanted liquidity, it felt like a missed ledger opportunity. For fans, it read like principle or hubris, depending on where you sit. In the end, this is less about a single figure, the €80 million headline, and more about identity. Clubs that sell when the ledger bleeds tell one story. Those that keep and develop another. Barcelona has, for the moment, chosen the latter. And that choice will be measured not by journalists or accountants, but by results. The coming weeks will decide whether Flick's veto becomes a masterstroke or a misstep, and whether Fermin Lopez turns the faith placed in him into the kind of performances that make transfer headlines look like mere footnotes. The ripple effects could be immediate. Other clubs take stock when a talent that draws hefty offers stays put by fiat. The market recalibrates supply and demand. Internally, it requires careful communication. If the club keeps the player, Flick must show that decision produces results on the pitch. Otherwise, the financial argument will echo louder and louder. If Fermin blossoms into a season-defining figure, the veto will look visionary. If not, those who advocated selling will feel vindicated. That tension between tangible cash and intangible potential is the drama behind every modern transfer saga. Beyond purely sporting calculus, there's a narrative element that will follow this club for months. Barcelona chose continuity over cash, a clear message that certain prospects are non-negotiable. Whether it's a wise long-term choice or a gamble that leaves the team short elsewhere depends on how the season unfolds and whether the club can register and integrate the players Flick still hopes for. For now, Fermin remains a Barcelona player, and the conversation has shifted from bargaining tables to training ground trust.